planner is absolutely a force to be reckoned with. Jason Cheperdak, the owner and founder of Shepard Homes Group, who was ranked in the top 1% of Zillow realtors in the U.S. He leads a team of 23 agents and 17 support staff to support his team. He is achieving as team over $250 million in annual sales. His personal sales soared to over $100 million in both 2022 and 2023. His diverse portfolio management includes property management, roofing, and construction companies, showcasing his entrepreneurial mindset. Have you guys seen his videos and reels that he does on social media? They're fantastic. I love when he comes to speak. He's an extremely dynamic speaker, and I know that you guys are going to get a lot out of this presentation as well. Please join me in welcoming Jason Cheperdak to the stage.
Oh, everybody!
Excellent!
Oh, here we go! I like the good energy. Okay, I got my PowerPoint. Do I have a clicker or anything? Oh, guys, we're so good. All right. My name is Jason, and I'm going to start with an exercise today. And for all of you, I got some eye contact in front. Don't be afraid. I'm going to call on you. I need lots of participation today. We ready? Yeah. Can I get a hell yeah? Thank you in the front, okay? If you'd like $1 million listing paying you 3%, can you please raise your hand? That's a trick question. You now all have a hand available to take notes today, okay? So you're going to take that hand, you're going to use a pen. Let's see. Got it. Good. And we're going to take notes because I'm going to share a lot with you today. And my whole, speech today is on how to net 7 figures in real estate. Who would like to do that? Say aye. Okay, so since 2020, I've netted 7 figures in real estate every single year in residential sales. And this year will be a record. So far, we're already on track to sell almost $350 million in real estate, right? Crazy, right? Woo! So come with me on kind of my journey. And what's so exciting about real estate is that it's super scalable. And I want to share with you 3 lessons today. The 3 lessons are not everything how to create a 7-figure business, but it's definitely 3 principles that will impact your business tremendously in depth. And with that, I'm going to give away a very special thing I've been creating, which is my new real estate course. So if I can use my clicker magically. It's working. Who's excited that it's working? Raise your hand, say aye. All right. So one thing I'm going to give away to you today is my real estate course. My real estate course is 5 hours of content. 5 hours. I'm going to try to jam-pack all of that in the next 25 minutes, okay? You can scan it here today, and you can talk to my team in the back if you'd like it 50% off. It's really amazing. It's going to cover everything that I do. My scripts, my listing presentation, who'd like that? My buyer presentation, who'd like that? My business plan, who'd like that? It covers everything. I'm giving it away, and it's been, something I've been working for so long. So let's jump into who I am. So right now I have 22 agents, 14 support staff. They're probably going to sell 450 homes this year. I'm going to sell about 100 homes this year in individual production. Altogether, 300 million in sales or more. And I became the #1 real estate agent in Northern Virginia last year, which is so crazy. So I believe I've got a thing or two to share with you guys today. And I'm at this place in my career where I'm so excited to share with you. Because what I find is when I give to my community, guess what happens? You give back. And the relationships in our business, are they going to become more important or less important? More important. So I'm going to give to you today, and then I'm excited for you to give back and pour back in relationships. Deal? Awesome. All right, so let's talk about some of the first steps. I'm going to keep this PowerPoint up. So lesson number 1, y'all. Tech and Jason. Thank you. Where I started. All right. So if you see these photos below, it's baby Jason. Look at me. I'm like 24 years old. That's me as an assistant store manager at Target. Thank you very much. Keeping the diapers in stock. That's where I started. I got married very young, age of 23. And my wife and I were kind of struggling, like everybody else does as a new married couple. She was in law school. It's not cheap, right? And I was like, I got to do something else other than what I'm doing to get ahead. And when I started, do you want to know my goal was in real estate? To make $3,500 in my first year to pay for the cost of becoming a real estate agent. Who here thinks I set my expectations a little low? Okay, this is the power of people. My wife has been influential in my success, and if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have gotten licensed. I wouldn't have bought my very first home. And so this is leading into our very first topic today, which is the number one lesson that I've learned, is the people that you surround yourself with will transform the outcome of your success. Who here believes that? Say I. So let's get into that principle. And there's going to be layers to this. So building your team. Now, I believe that there are some foundational principles to a team. Right here, you're going to see my very first group of agents, the most remarkable group of women ever. Everyone's like, Jason, you need to hire a dude. I don't know, guys. This core group of women was transformational for me. And the woman on the far left, Sharon, is actually our operations director that runs the conglomerate of Shepard Homes Group companies today. And so if you can start by finding just one or two remarkable people that can grow with you in your business, support you in your business, I can guarantee it, it's going to be one of the most important foundational principles for you to grow a seven-figure business or even to net $500,000 in real estate. Who here would love just $500,000? Okay? It starts with these people. So let's talk about building the team. First is your brokerage, okay? I'm at Samson Properties. Why am I at Samson Properties? The energy and the people, okay? The energy and the people. I've never been in an organization that supported my business so much. I can call anybody on the team at any time, early morning, late at night, and the energy is everything. And so you need to realize who you align with from a brokerage perspective is going to transform your business. Next is your mentors. Who here has a coach? Raise your hand. Small group. Y'all need a coach, okay? Has anybody seen an Olympic athlete be successful without a coach? Silence. Absolutely not. We all know to achieve something better in ourselves, we need someone to help guide us there. Who here understands that? Say I. Who here's a parent? Who here thinks your kids are going to be able to survive without you? Okay? Everybody needs mentorship. Everybody needs something to guide them through the process. Then, of course, you got your spouse. I believe who you surround yourself with and spend the most time with, the most impactful to you. So that's very important. But then you got your core team. Let's talk about what a core team is. CPA. Who here has been behind on taxes? Don't have to raise your hand on that one. A good real estate attorney. We have lots at Samson, but good to know who they are and solve problems. A real estate coach, a mentor. Very important. Probably a transaction coordinator. You need to start saying, who do I need to align with that's going to align with me, that's going to immediately allow me to outsource and solve problems before I have a problem? Who understands that? Say I. I love it. Now let's talk about the team I have today. Love all this extra stuff. This is the team I have today, 28 remarkable people. And one thing that I want you to see is the diversity on the team. We speak 27 languages as a team, 27. And what I'll tell you is if you look at the spectrum of this group, it is geographically diversified throughout Maryland, DC, Virginia. It is diversified by age, gender, race, everything in between. And that's because I'm not good at everything. One thing you're going to learn to scale your business is you're good at very few things. I am not good at many things. People see my success. I'm telling you, I'm not good at much, y'all. I can pick up the phone, I can sign a listing, but I am not good at uploading photos. You want me to upload photos? You know how long it's going to take? Sweet Lord, I got to delete them all. It's going to be a week before I get the MLS up, okay? And so you got to realize, hire for the lack of competency you have in your business. Fill in those gaps with the right people, and they will find tremendous value in their life because they're going to have tremendous value, and you're going to scale your business very quickly by hiring those people to fill in those competencies. Who here thinks that'll impact their business? Say I. Wonderful. We're rocking and rolling today. Lesson and principle number 2, goals, business plans, and extreme accountability. Who here understands that a plan is different than a goal? It's a small group. Okay, they're different. They're very different, okay? A plan, a business plan, is a structure to how you achieve your goals. Now, many of us have goals, but they're not specific or measurable. Who here has heard specific and measurable before? Today, I'm actually going to help you create a business plan. How about that? Oh, okay. We're going to create a business plan. But we're going to keep it very simple. I believe that a business plan for real estate agents is very, very simple, and it's all about the number of transactions, and that you need to have a scalable large goal, okay? Who here would love to net 7 figures in their business? Write it down as a goal. That was a trick. Write it down as a goal. And then with goals, you need to share them with people. Who here thinks that if you shared your goals with everybody you knew, screamed it from the top of the mountaintops, that there's going to be a better chance of you achieving your goals? Okay. And that's where the extreme accountability comes in. If you do not share your goals and you do not share your plan with others, you will not have accountability. We all know that transparency creates vulnerability. And when you are vulnerable with others and you have that intimate relationship, you make a lot of eye contact like this. Thank you for the eye contact back. You're going to have a level of accountability that is way greater than if you keep it to yourself. And the more you share, the more accountability you have. Now, for me, with a team of 30 people, they all know what my goals are, and I know what their goals are. And it is so much pressure as a team leader to ensure the goals get executed, because otherwise I let my entire team of 30 down. Do you understand how that creates extreme accountability? Who here thinks that if they shared their goals in depth with the people that they knew, one-on-one, that it would change your business? It's a reflection moment. Because a lot of the time, real estate is such an isolating experience. We keep everything to ourselves. We don't want people to know, right? You're my competition. I want you to know what's going on. It's the opposite. I find the more you give, the more you get back. And so kind of write that down as a principle today. Take a moment in your head, say, what do I need to give so I can get back? Very powerful concept. So let's get into the actual business planning, the foundations of the business. I put lots of notes in here. And if I were you, I would take a photo of this and literally use this as my outline to create my business plan, okay? So a business plan should be focused just on the number of transactions for almost every single real estate agent. Why? Because everything that we do is transactional based. Who here thinks an agent selling $5 million properties is running the same business as an agent selling 50 $500,000 properties? I think they're very different, yes? If I'm gonna ratify and close, let's say 5 deals a month instead of 1 every other month, is my life different? The resources I need are different, okay? And if you want to net 500,000, you want to net $1 million in real estate, you're gonna be doing 10 transactions a month, depending on your price point. 7 transactions a month. So that's why we're a transactional-based business plan, and it's essential. We're going to break that down for you today. Next is repeat what has already been done. My favorite quote ever is make all your mistakes with somebody else's money. Can I get an amen? Amen. Okay. The course I created for you today does that. Everything I've learned over the past 7 years, I've sold over 1,000 properties individually, over 2,000 homes, $1 billion in real estate. Everything I've learned is in the course. Do you think if you had that course, it would change your life? You implied just maybe 2 or 3 things in your business that would impact your business? We're thinking deep today. I sure think so. Next is, I need that bigger. Can you make that bigger, Samson team? Thank you so much. We're clicking away. Okay, next, of course, is leads and lead flow. I need you guys to understand that with lead flow, it's scalable, okay? You cannot pull the trigger on 5 leads at the same time. Who here has done that? No one, okay. 1 in front, okay. You got to do 1 at a time and build into your lead flow. We're going to give an example of that today. Then you got to hire before the need. You cannot do 10 transactions in a month without an admin. Not going to work. So you need the admin before the 10 transactions. And then, of course, the people you surround yourself will change your life. These are your foundational principles. Now, let's apply it to an actual business plan. Ready? Okay, we're going to break down a $660,000 a year business. First is SOI. Who here works their SOI? Good. Question is how do you work your SOI? I believe there's a 10% rule. In this case today, we know 100 people, legitimately. Phone number, name, email, social security number, maybe not. And of course, where they live. You got to work it, though, and I believe 10% of the people you know should relate to a real estate transaction. Who here thinks that's a fair ratio? They're going to transact with you. They're going to refer to you. Absolutely, I think it's reasonable. But you need a plan, and I've actually given you the bullet points. You should host a summer event. cocktail hour, something. I don't know. I don't care what it is, but you need to have an event that you invite people to revoke the power of reciprocity. If I gave you a beautiful gift for your birthday, and my birthday was the following week, you're going to feel obligated to give me a gift, yes? Okay? When you invite your sphere to an event, they're going to want to give back to you. Who here believes that? Okay? Next is handwritten cards, okay? I outsource this. I have somebody on my team do the handwritten cards, but it's super powerful. And then life events. Whenever I have one of my clients have a baby, they get a little baby basket, okay? Then you've got newsletter. Every single month, we just had this amazing conversation with Flowdesk and the power of communication. Get a newsletter to your people every single month. And then I love my magnet calendars. Ugh, I'll go on someone's house. They've got 6 magnet calendars. They're collecting them, okay? It's like a game. Okay, they got a handwritten card with a magnet calendar with my face on it, and it's advertising to that family every single day, 365 days a year. And then, of course, we pick up the phone. We're going to say phone together. Pick up the phone. Okay, we're afraid to do those, realtors, sometimes, but that's where the biggest impact happens, is when we pick up the phone. Okay, in front, you're killing it. Okay, picking up the phone. Okay, that's call, text, voicemail. Now, can I tell you a secret? It does not count when you leave a voicemail. Okay, you got to pick up the phone and talk to them. So if you think about it, if I'm going to call 100 people and have a real conversation with all 100, how long is that going to take? A long time. It might take you 2 months to get all 100 people on the phone. Live, vacation, obligations, maybe you got the wrong phone number. Okay, that's a lot of work. But that right there should be 10, maybe even 20 transactions in your business. Now, many of you work SOI, but many of you do not work it correctly. Next, we're going to do open houses, okay? This is some real math. Let's say we host 1 open house every weekend. Who here can do that? Johnny Samson can. I mean, if you can do that, you got the time. It's remarkable, okay? 52 open houses a year. If you meet 5 people at each open, which I think is pretty reasonable, that's 260 people in a year. If you just convert 5% of the people that you meet, that's 13 transactions. I'm at 23 transactions in my business so far. $10,000 a deal, I almost have $250,000 in commission. Do we see how we break it down as a transaction? It gets easier and easier. Then you start lead sources. Let's say we only do 1 lead source, Realtor.com, okay? By 360 leads, 30 leads a month, costs about $3,000 a month. Well, 4% conversion rate is 14 deals. Who here thinks they can get a 4% conversion rate? Wow, no? Y'all raise your hand, okay? You can do 4% conversion, okay? That's like the minimum as it gets. Y'all killing me. Okay, then you got a 10-deal gap. I left 10 deals because then you added in a second lead source of your choice. You figure out your conversion rate. You buy the number of leads in that second source, and you got 10 more deals. Easy peasy. Average price point of $600,000. You got 47 deals, $28 million in sales, $634,000 in commission. Give yourselves a round of applause. And then you say, this is pretty easy to scale. I'm going to have 1 realtor join me. Maybe I'm going to double down on my lead sources. Maybe I need to hire an admin. Maybe I need to hire an ISA. And you're going to figure out, how do I scale each function of my business? Or you just simply add 1 lead source, then another lead source, then another lead source. But do not add multiple lead sources at the same time, because you will not execute and you will waste your money. You guys understand that? Love it. Great. Lesson number 3, scaling your business through compounding your success. Who here thinks a realtor with 1,000 past clients has an easier business than a realtor with 100 past clients? Way easier. Multiple deals equals multiple new opportunities. And a lot of realtors are afraid to focus on the number of deals because they want to feel like they're compensated fairly. I want to make the most I can per deal. But for the most part, the agents that approach the business that way make far less. I preach it's all about doing the number of deals because the business will come. I have helped people and I've sold homes for absolutely nothing. And some of my most profitable deals came from those opportunities. Okay? I listed a home for a developer for free. Got 3 new listings the following month because I did such a good job. Amazing. Amazing. We've done charitable things. We helped someone buy a home, gave all of our commission to that person. Do you think that that person's referred me a lot of business? Absolutely. And this is where we need to understand we have an amazing way to impact people, and focusing on the number of transactions will relate to more opportunity and more business from business. And then, of course, you have to structure your business around some founding principles, which is how you nurture your business, okay? Many of you don't have a very good source of past business. I know every single past deal that I've ever done since existence. I have an Excel spreadsheet. So one thing I need you all to do is, if you cannot track and know every single deal, when it closed, who it was, what they've done since they've purchased, and have it sorted by year, you're missing business. Who here knows if every single past client has transacted with or without you? Small group. It's a very depressing topic when you go call Susie Lou, and Susie Lou's sold with Jimmy Jim. These are real people. It's crazy. So you got to track your business. And then we realize, wow, if my business compounds on itself year over year, I can really scale my business quickly when I keep my core group of people inside my business every single year, and I don't let them go. And this goes back to lesson number 1, which is around how you nurture your sphere and your SOI. We all tracking? We're all following? Okay. All right. With that, there's a couple things that I need you guys to understand. Scale and structure. So if you're looking at how you scale your business, these are some founding principles and the number of deals that I think will really impact your business, okay? So for the first 24 deals, you probably just need one extra agent that you know to kind of help you show home from time to time, and you for sure need a TC. At Samson, everything you need is there, okay? You have the concierge service, every dip and doodle you need, they have it set up for you. So outsource early and often. If you're a brand new agent, you're doing your first deal, learn how to outsource initially, use the TC services, use everything, and delegate. Because if you don't delegate in the beginning, it's gonna be hard to delegate in the end, okay? You all recognizing this, say aye. Very good. Then as you get to 50 deals, this is a very different business. Anybody in the room doing 50 deals? Got a couple of you. Anybody here want to do 50 deals? That's a trick question. Everyone, hand, please go up. You want to do 50 deals, okay? This is where you need to understand you probably need a full-time admin. Now, you cannot wait until you're doing 50 deals to hire the admin. So what you need to do, when you're doing like 12 to 18 deals, you need to start hiring an admin. Who here is scared when I say that? And that's the difference. Maybe you join a team, right? Like join the Shepard Homes group or whatever it may be. Or you got to take on that risk yourself to scale your business. Because without the leverage, we cannot scale. Then we get to 100 deals. Holy hot tamale. How many agents do you know doing 100 deals? Oh, definitely, yeah, 100%. You got a girl. Okay. But at this point, you got to realize you got to be really, really leveraged. Okay. In June, God help me, right? Last year, I sold 27 houses individually. In April, my team is going to escrow 80 transactions. 80 in the month of April. 19 of them were myself. Also building 6 condo buildings, doing lots of different things. How do we do this? Leverage is essential. The people are essential, okay? And so at 100 transactions, you need multiple agents showing properties for you. You need a full-time admin. You need a transaction coordinator. And you need extra third-party support through Cardinal Title, having your direct processor, everything else you have built to your business. Everybody needs to know exactly what you're doing. So this right here needs to be part of your business plan. Who here understands that? Say aye. I love it. Who's excited about building the business? Okay, bonus Tipperuski. There are hundreds of thousands of realtors that have already done what you're looking to do. Who here understands this? Say aye. Okay. You need to lean on the remarkable network of people at our brokerage, find a mentor, and try to not do this on your own. There are people that have done it before you. Do not guess what to do next. Be humbled, be transparent, and be vulnerable, and ask for help. What's so amazing, could you imagine a world before you did every single task, before anything, you had someone to tell you exactly what to do? Sink into that for a moment. Now think about what you need to get that from someone. Mentorship is super powerful, and I believe there's 2 paths. I want to come back to this to anchor you guys. I believe a coach is different than a mentor. A coach, which I've had multiple coaches, we'll talk about this here, is someone that you pay for a service specifically tailored to what your needs are at that time. Okay? A mentor is somebody who is ready to give back, right? Somebody who cares about you, who you've fostered a relationship with, that generally cares about you and is going to proactively be there to solve problems with you, take calls late at night, be that advisor for every decision you make. That's not a coach. Coach is not taking your call at 9 p.m. If they are, they're going to charge you, okay? So with that being said, I think you need both because we all have the late night call, right? Who here has a Samson mentor? How many times do you call them? Valuable resource. Now imagine if you had a coach that you hired to hold you accountable. So let's talk about the coaches I've had. When I first started, I hired a real estate coaching business that focused on how to start a team because I had no clue how to start. And I was not about to go blow $50,000 hiring people without having some guidance. Now that coach was $2,400 a month. Holy hot tamale. 6-month agreement. But if you can't commit to hiring someone to tell you what to do and to help you there, you're probably not going to grow. Okay? And this is like the best investment you can make is in yourself. Then I hired a coach that was specifically around profit and profit first. Because as I scaled, I've always led the growth of personal production, right? I sold 142 homes last year, $101 million in individual sales in 2023. How crazy is that? Okay, do you think I'm making enough money where I don't need the money from the team? Yes, okay. 2.5% of 100 million. I'm doing just fine. That allowed me to take all the money that the team was making and invest it back into the business. So you got to decide with your coach, when do I get profit from what I'm building? And what profit do I need? And how quickly do I want to scale? It's a much deeper conversation because as realtors, if you want to net 7 figures in your business, you got to realize it's a business. I'm not a salesperson. Who here understands the difference between a business and a salesperson? A business is a scalable plan that is monetized, that has systems and processes, a staff that supports it, and if I step back, it still operates without me. That's a business. A salesperson is when I get hit by a bus, there's no more sales. Bazinga. Okay? So the hit by the bus rule is my extra bonus for you, okay? And if you get hit by a bus, you don't have a business. All right, let's talk about a couple different things. With this is my awesome course. You can scan this. You can talk to my team in the back. There's Andrew, my social media team in front, taking all this video. What up? You guys can sign up. It's $800. It's $399 today if you sign up today. Okay, it's my gift to you. And with that, I'm going to end with a very powerful mantra for all of you, okay? It is be bold, be brave, and be you. Okay, we're going to say it together. I'm going to say be, you're going to say bold. I'm going to say be, you're going to say brave. I'm going to say be, you're going to say you. Ready? Are we ready?
Yes!
Be,
Bold!
be,
Brave!
be.
You!
You guys are awesome. Thanks for having me today.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much. Can you hang out for a couple of minutes?
I don't know.
All right, we have a couple of questions from the audience. I'll block him. Yeah, I'll block it. All right, we have a couple questions for the audience. What do you say your top 3 lead gen pillars were when you were still a part-time agent and your target manager? What did you focus on your top 3?
It was not SLY. Okay, you know why? Because I was a secret realtor. I was a store manager wearing red and khaki every single day. They didn't know I was a real estate agent, and all my clients didn't know I was a target store manager, so I couldn't use my SOI. So it became 3 pillars. 1, open houses. Okay, I really rocked them out all the time, crushing it from open houses. 2 was referral-based platforms, okay? There's these platforms, there's so many of them, Effective Agents, Fast Expert, HomeLight. And I got into one of those platforms, and you guys need to do your research there, but it really transformed my business because I owned it, and I ranked within the platform over and over and over and over again, and continued to own a lead source. And that's where I encourage you to only own 1 lead source to start, and then layer, and then layer, and then layer. The 3rd lead source is actually something I didn't actually think about, which was my military community. I helped a 06 officer. I didn't know what an 06 officer was at the time. Kind of a big deal. They were also married to another 06 officer. Whoa, what are the odds of that? And so I leaned into my military community, created a lot of military resources, Facebook pages, and that became my SOI. And I built my presence in the military community. We're now proudly the #1 military realtor in Northern Virginia as well.
Fantastic. That's great service. What is your #1 best lead gen source of all time? If you had to rank all of it in one place, put all of your production dollars together, what's your one best lead gen source?
It's like really hard because we have a lot that are tied on the top. I'm actually going to say Veterans United is the #1. Veterans United is a really amazing organization that is all military specific leads. And every single year, I'm closing between 35 to 55 transactions from that one lead source.
I love that. Great.
Yep.
Serving the people that serve us. That's
Yep.
wonderful. What are your thoughts on TCs as far as the key questions that you have when you interview them?
TCs.
What are you
Is this
looking
for
for?
somebody you're hiring
On staff
on staff?
to do your transaction coordination work.
Yeah, I would tell them, I would focus all of your questions around hypothetical examples of how they prioritize decisions. Because for a TC, it's all about prioritizing decisions, right? How do you sequence what's most important to least important? And I would come up with some real life examples that you've struggled with that you want solved. Give them that problem and then walk them through it. Like a real life example when you do TC work. I think that is probably the #1 thing. The second most important thing is ask them around how they're going to use their time, because you want your TC available how many days a week? 7 days a week. So you want to find somebody that has an entrepreneurial spirit, because they need to be able to support your business 7 days a week and grow with you. And if they grow with you, they're going to make more or less money? More money. And you need to anchor them in that. So if you're there in it to win it with you and they can prioritize correctly, that's the TC for you.
That's awesome. And the last question, who was the biggest influence, support, or coach or mentor that you've had in your career thus far?
Mentor specifically?
Mentor or coach
Mentor or coach?
that have influenced you?
Yeah, a gentleman named Kyle Robbins. So I coached through our organization through Club Wealth for a long time. And I was a coach there too. So I coached with Club Wealth for many years. And Kyle Robbins is in Idaho. His average price point is $133,000. Holy hot tamale. But that man slings deals, 1,200 homes a year. And that man became a coach that I hired, but this is how a coach can turn to a mentor. Now I can call him for anything. He's been influential. We've modeled our business from the way that he modeled his business, right? We're going to do 500 deals this year. He's doing 1,200. The scale in his business that he needs to do 1,200 transactions, we modeled that at our level, and it's transformed our business.
That's fantastic. Everybody, round of applause for Jason Cheperdak. Thank you so much.